Good evening, basketball fans. Tonight, we break down one of the most anticipated matchups of the early 2025-26 NBA season, the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Paycom Center. Both teams entered this contest riding waves of early season success. The Lakers, 8-3 coming in, had shown flashes of brilliance under their retooled roster featuring Luka Dončić and Anthony Davis. Meanwhile, the Thunder, standing at an impressive 10-1, were already looking like defending champions who had no intention of slowing down. This was more than a regular season matchup. It was a test of legitimacy. Could the Lakers hang with the league's deepest, most balanced squad? Could Oklahoma City sustain its relentless efficiency despite a grueling schedule and the second night of a back-to-back? By the end of 48 minutes, those questions were answered emphatically. Heading into this matchup, analysts framed it as a measuring stick game for Los Angeles. The Lakers had enjoyed a strong start, but critics questioned whether their success was sustainable against elite competition. Dončić had been brilliant offensively, averaging nearly a triple-double in the early season, but the defense and bench depth remained concerns. The Thunder, on the other hand, looked frighteningly complete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was in MVP form, averaging 30 points per game while shooting above 52% from the field. Chet Holmgren's defensive versatility, combined with a rejuvenated bench led by Josh Giddey and Jaylin Williams, made OKC the NBA's most balanced outfit. Oddsmakers reflected that confidence. The Thunder entered the night as 8-point favorites, with an over-under set around 229.5 points. The stage was set for a clash of styles, the Lakers' deliberate, half-court creativity versus the Thunder's pace, spacing, and modern defensive discipline. From the opening tip, Oklahoma City dictated the tempo. Their defensive communication was crisp. They switched seamlessly across every pick and roll, forcing Dončić into tough, contested looks. Shai opened the scoring barrage with a series of silky mid-range jumpers and slashing drives that exposed LA's slow rotations. By the halfway mark of the first quarter, the Thunder led 22-10. Holmgren's rim protection was a game-changer. He blocked 2 early Davis attempts and altered several others. On the other end, the Thunder's ball movement was poetry: 5 passes per possession, extra kicks to the corner, and an early 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. The Lakers tried to respond through Dončić-Davis pick-and-roll action, but OKC's help defense closed every angle. End of the first quarter, Thunder 32, Lakers 21. Darvin Ham adjusted by going smaller to start the second quarter, inserting Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura to spread the floor. That change gave the Lakers a short-lived spark. Reeves hit back-to-back threes, and Dončić began finding seams in the Thunder's secondary unit. The Lakers trimmed the deficit to 6 with 8 minutes left in the half. But that's when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander returned, and completely flipped the energy again. In just 6 minutes, he scored 12 points on a perfect 5-4-5 shooting stretch, including 2 pull-up threes that ignited the home crowd. The Thunder's ball pressure forced turnovers, and transition buckets began piling up. By halftime, the scoreboard read Thunder 61, Lakers 45. Los Angeles looked visibly frustrated. They shot only 39% from the field and had already committed 9 turnovers. Meanwhile, OKC had 18 assists on 25 made baskets, a masterclass in unselfish execution. If the Lakers hoped to mount a comeback, the third quarter ended those hopes quickly. The Thunder opened the half on a 15-4 run. Holmgren nailed a pick-and-pop 3, Jaylin Williams slashed for 2 dunks, and SGA continued dissecting the Lakers' defense with surgical precision. Every Lakers defensive coverage, drop, switch, hedge was read and punished. Luka Dončić, visibly fatigued, struggled against the length of OKC's wings. He finished the quarter with only 4 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Anthony Davis couldn't establish deep post position. The Thunder's front line smothered him with double teams and quick digs. By the time the third ended, it was Thunder 93, Lakers 66. The game had turned into a statement. OKC wasn't just better, they were disciplined, faster, and more cohesive. The final frame served as more of a showcase for the Thunder's depth than a competitive battle. Coach Daigneault emptied his bench midway through the quarter, yet the energy never dipped. Rookie guard Cason Wallace continued to impress with his defensive instincts and timely shooting. The Lakers, to their credit, kept fighting. Max Christie provided some late scoring bursts, and rookie center Colin Castleton showed effort defensively, but the damage was long done. When the final buzzer sounded, the Thunder walked away with a commanding 121-92 victory. Category Lakers Thunder. FG% 40% 52%.
3 PTI 30%, 9/30, 41%, 14/34.
Rebounds 41-49. Assists 21-31. Turnovers 16-8. Fast break points 9-24. Points in paint 40-50. These numbers tell the story. The Thunder's superior ball movement, defensive rebounding, and efficiency from deep dismantled every Lakers run. Their 31 assists on 44 field goals highlighted a selfless offensive system that thrives on spacing and decision-making. Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 34 PTS, 8 AST, 4 REB, 2 STL, 13 of 19 FG. Controlled pace, dictated every possession, and showcased MVP-level poise.
Chet Holmgren, 17 points, 11 REB, 4 BLK.
A defensive anchor whose rim protection completely neutralized LA's interior scoring. Jaylin Williams, 18 PTS, 6 REB, 5 AST. Versatility personified, attacking closeouts, facilitating, and defending multiple positions.
Josh Giddey, 10 points, 9 AST, 7 REB.
The connective tissue of OKC's offense, quietly controlling rhythm and spacing. Los Angeles Lakers. Luka Dončić, 25 PTS, 9 AST, 7 REB, 9 of 23 FG. Fought hard but looked frustrated by OKC's switches and double coverage. Anthony Davis, 18 PTS, 10 REB, 3 BLK. Couldn't impose his will offensively. Most points came from mid-range rather than inside. Austin Reeves, 12 PTS, 4 of 9 3-points. Provided a brief spark off the perimeter, but defensive lapses hurt. Bench, combined 17 points, 33% shooting, a major weak point. Executed a near-flawless game plan. His defensive scheme blended zone principles with aggressive switching, denying the Lakers' rhythm. Offensively, he empowered every player to touch the ball, maintaining tempo and spacing. It's no exaggeration to say OKC played system basketball at its finest. Tried multiple adjustments, smaller lineups, zone defense, staggered rotations, but nothing truly worked. The lack of wing depth and defensive communication remains an issue. The Lakers' offense too often stagnated into isolation sets, which the Thunder punished. From a tactical lens, this matchup exposed contrasting basketball philosophies. Thunder prioritize pace, ball movement, and spacing. Their offensive rating, approximate 124 for this game, reflected near-perfect efficiency. The constant off-ball movement forced defensive breakdowns. Lakers depend on star isolation and half-court execution. When shots don't fall and turnovers creep in, they lack secondary creation. Transition defense continues to be their Achilles heel. OKC scored 24 fast break points. The Thunder's advanced metrics, effective field goal percentage, assist ratio, and defensive rebound percentage all ranked elite on the night. For the Lakers, the takeaway is structural. They must diversify their offensive sets and improve rotation communication if they aim to contend with the league's best. Beyond the numbers, this game spoke to identity. The Thunder have built a culture rooted in consistency, trust, and collective confidence. Every possession showcased chemistry, the kind of synergy that develops when a team grows together organically. The Lakers, conversely, are still searching for balance. Their top-end talent is undeniable, but cohesion lags behind. Dončic's brilliance can win games, but without synchronized movement and defensive accountability, elite teams will expose them. The scoreboard might suggest a blowout, but the deeper story is evolution. Oklahoma City is not merely winning games, they're setting a standard for modern, connected basketball. Their young core plays with maturity beyond its years, blending analytical precision with fearless creativity. For Los Angeles, this game will sting, but it could become a pivotal checkpoint in their season. To compete at the Thunder's level, they'll need not just star power, but systemic unity, a synchronized brand of basketball that matches talent with trust. In conclusion, the Thunder's 121-92 victory was more than just another win. It was a statement, a reminder that excellence today comes from structure, synergy, and selflessness. If the Lakers can internalize that lesson, this defeat might become the seed of future growth. Oklahoma City remains the Western Conference benchmark, a team that blends efficiency, defense, and unselfish brilliance into a modern masterpiece. The Lakers, meanwhile, face the reality of reinvention. The talent is there. The blueprint needs sharpening. Don't forget, like, subscribe.